You're listening to the Style and Stewardship Podcast. Today, I just wanted to share some ways that I get healthy food on the table. And if you feel overwhelmed at the thought of that, if you think that you have to throw away everything in your pantry and you have to start from scratch and everybody has to sit down and eat a salad with grilled chicken, that is not my MO. That's not even how I cook personally. I wanted to share just how easy it is and kind of my meal planning method in the way that I like to feed our family. A hint for you, if you are new to this podcast, I talk about eating whole, real food all the time. I'm a holistic nutritionist, and before that, I am just a wife and a mom who really, really wants to make sure that I'm nourishing my family and not continuing a legacy of illness, which basically runs in my family. I want to be that change in my family. So this is something that I take pretty seriously. And if you are here, you are curious as to what it means to live well and be well so you can one day hear well done. That is the goal of this podcast, for me encouraging you to do that, to become your own health and wellness expert and to really just be empowered in your food decisions, because I truly believe it is one of those things that we can control, that we can have one of the most amazing and beneficial impacts on our health, on our wellness of ourselves and of our family. So in this little episode, I am sharing just a lot of the things that I like to do and my thought process around how I nourish my family, how I nourish myself, and just listen to this. I hope that it's helpful to you. And again, if this is helpful to you, please be sure to share it with someone else that you think is on a health journey or you think could just really be encouraged by this as well. I don't think that eating healthy has to be expensive or hard or turn your entire life upside down, but I do believe that it takes intention. So here is just another tool for your tool belt to add to just your process. If it's helpful, take what you need. I hope that it is. One of the things about like eating real whole food and having whole food ingredients in your, kitchen is that you can make some of the quickest meals. All you have to do is put the components together, right? So this is not something that is really hard to do. If you can come up with, or just whatever protein you typically purchase, a good cut of protein. If you don't go organic anywhere, I would just encourage you to go organic, grass-fed, wild-caught if it's seafood, grass-fed, grass-finished if it's beef, pastured if it's chicken, if you can do that. If not, get the ones that say natural. Just eat a little bit less of the ones that aren't necessarily grass-fed and things like that, because you're just getting a higher quality meat. But if you cannot do that, get whatever protein you can, and then you're just going to pair that with a vegetable, preferably something green that your entire family will eat. Or you can make two options. Sometimes I'll make a pot of green beans, and I mean frozen, organic or frozen, whatever you can get your hands on. They're just fresher. Cooking liquid you like, sometimes I'll put a little vegetable stock or chicken stock in there to give it a little bit more flavor. I love chopped onions, are a great option to add flavor. Garlic, salt, whatever it is that you like that your family will eat, and then add some sort of healthy fat. We like the just cold pressed, unrefined coconut oil, because it kind of tastes like butter. It will not make your vegetables taste like coconut, trust me. Or you could use a grass-fed butter. You could, like, Kerrygold is amazing. Or you could use ghee if that's an option for you. If you don't do dairy, I really do dairy, so I will do the coconut oil. Use whatever it is you can, but use something that is a healthy fat that you can pair with that vegetable. Because the thing about vegetables is we're like, oh, steamed vegetables, these are so healthy. But the fact of the matter is they're healthy because of the nutrients within them, right? But if you do not combine a fat with the fat-soluble vitamins that are in that vegetable, your body cannot take it in. It literally cannot absorb it. So that is why you want to pair some sort of fat with that, or, eating it with, the protein that you chose that has a natural fat in it will work as well. And then whatever complex carb you have. So for us, we go through giant bags of potatoes. So Yukon Gold potatoes are our favorite because they're just buttery, they're soft. They work from everything from French fries to mashed potatoes to oven fries to roasted potatoes. They work perfectly with just about anything. Use whatever one you like. And we also love sweet potatoes. Both of those are great options. If you're someone who prefers to eat rice, just grab an organic rice if you can find one that's a decent price. We like going to Aldi because their prices are just great, especially for things like that. And then boom, you've got a meal. And when you make these things, if you have leftovers, I love it because you can pair them with something different the next day. So say that protein that you chose was, flank steak or pot roast, or it was cube steak or ground beef or ground chicken or chicken breast, whatever. You can take that and you can use it for another meal and just pair it in a different way. Like one of the things I love to do is after I've made a roasted chicken, I will typically just take the breast meat off and I will shred that or cut that up. I'll use it for chicken salad, or I will use it the next day and saute it in a little bit of cumin with a little bit of lime juice and maybe some fresh cilantro. If you like salsa, you could throw some salsa in there. And then now you got Taco Tuesday. If that was Monday with the roasted chicken, Tuesday you've got Taco Tuesday. That's what we like to call it. And Taco Tuesday can be any sort of thing that you like. It can be tostadas, that can be, or tortillas if you eat that can be tortillas, that can be so many different options. And you can make another meal out of that very, very easily by just pairing it with something else. So now that you have that protein that you can add to, say, a tortilla of some kind, or even a rice if you wanted to, now you can take that same protein, add it to, say, we'll just, for a reference sake, we'll go with a tortilla. We love the siete almond flour tortillas, so I'll cook some of those up, heat them up real quick in a pan, and get taco stands. It's a must, trust me. So you have your taco, now you can top it with whatever you want. That does not have to be cooked. So that can be topped with lettuce, that can be topped with salsa, that can be topped with cheese and sour cream if that's what you eat. And then on the side, you can pair that with some canned refried beans that have decent ingredients in them. It's really not that difficult. Smashed avocado in there, or some diced avocado, or some guacamole. You see where I'm going with this. It does not have to be complicated. And I truly believe that the more you buy real food ingredients, the more you can just expound upon using those. So whatever protein, like I said, you could use it in a different way the next day. So it's not like, oh, we're eating leftovers again, which I love leftovers, but we're eating leftovers again. You can completely, what I like to say is you can just remix that meal and boom, you have another meal. And it can be that simple. So not only is eating whole real food healthier and it's better for you, your body understands these nutrients. Your body doesn't have to wade through the water of the chemicals that are in this whatever package thing that you might buy. But as I always say, I am one of 7 kids, right? My mom did the best that she could. And she, as she would always say, your bellies were full. And that meant sometimes eating things a little different. And sometimes with your budget, sometimes that is what it may look like for you. But when you're getting whole real food ingredients, it is so much more economical and so much better for your health and for your wellness. So I just wanted to hop in with that little Wednesday wellness little episode, a little short snippet, and just give you just a little encouragement of getting through the rest of the week with something really, really simple. And I just want to say the air fryer is the best. And if you don't have one of those, the Instant Pot. And if you don't have any of those, if you have an oven, you've got this. You can do this. Saute something on the stove. It does not have to be fancy. It just needs to be nutritious.